It's been a while since we had content for Relink, and a lot of people took a break from this game after the fight with Lucilius due to a lack of content. However, it seems that we are still not done yet with this guy since we will be possibly facing his real form at level 250. I'm the Samurai, and in this video, I will be sharing all of the new details that I have noticed in the upcoming Lucilius fight, and also tackle some of the feedback that players are having regarding the state of the game, and also share mine in the process and talk about all the things that I want to see next. Let's start by diving into the nitty-gritty of the upcoming Lucilius fight. I watched a possibly data mined version of the fight, and it is worth mentioning that all of the things that I will be talking about here may change, and excuse the video for its qualities, and I tried my best to present it in the best way possible since it was uploaded really poorly. Also forgive how I sound like. I am currently sick at the moment, so let's get on with it. Of course, the first thing that I noticed in the fight is Lucilius is now level 250 and starting with his second form. Right off the bat, we can see that the fight will mean business and it will be difficult compared to its predecessor. I've noticed as well that aside from new attacks, Lucilius' major mechanics will be harder to clear. One instance would be 12 labors, and during the Holy Wings phase, the number of orbs that we need to clear significantly increased. His final rebellion mechanic was upgraded as well, and there were added lasers that lingered in the arena. Gopherwood Arc's animation are faster than usual, and even will have added animations like the chest-like pattern at the end of its animation. But one thing that really caught my attention is the changes made to stop Paradise Lost. Succeeding Paradise Lost in the current Lucilius fight can be stopped by just doing a single SBA. But in the level 250 fight, it requires a full burst for us to stop it. That's really insane. This is concerning in a way that we seriously need to slot in an uplift trait in our setups. And I'm hoping that we need more Sigil slots than this since having a soup damage 5+ is near impossible at this moment. Okay, so more of the new attacks, and it was clear as day that Lucilius loves to stack his normal attacks now, like for example summoning a new version of orbs that lingers on the arena or summoning lasers that stay while he does other attacks as well. One noticeable attack is what I call Squall's Blasting Zone, where he will go into the edge of the arena and charge a huge towering blade, and we need to hit him for us to stop the attack. However, that's not all. There will be summoning circles that will surround us in the arena, and they will track players that will shoot lasers later on. One thing that I have noticed as well is the total clear time. Compared to the current Lucilius fight, it seems that the total clear time is doubled. So it will take a significant amount of time if we will be farming new weapons or stuff from this raid. Note that the players in the said video look very well built, so it's not an issue about DPS or anything. Unfortunately, there were no specific details that I noticed regarding the possible rewards, so we need to wait for the actual announcement for this one. The new Lucilius fight is out of the way. Let's move on talking about the future of Relink. Most of the topics here are the ones that I noticed being talked about after seeing the next Lucilius raid and also talking about the future of Relink. But before anything else, if you are into straight to the point guides or just love Japanese role-playing games like this one or RPGs in general, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and it will surely help me a lot. Join our Discord server as we are building an empire where you can find like-minded people who love the genre. Also tell me in the comments whose character would you like me to cover next, or what guides you want me to make that you think will help you in the long run. Now back into the video. Of course, after seeing the latest fight with Lucilius, players starts wondering if we will have some kind of expanded sigil slots. In my opinion, if they will not adjust the damage cap and sub-damage trait levels that I kept mentioning in the past, since these two traits it's a lot of sigil slots, so having more slots would be ideal. Of course, the community wants some kind of reward after all of this hassle, right? So the majority of us want something to work on after putting all of the effort when farming this guy. In my opinion, there is a high chance that the Opus weapons will finally be dropping along with this latest raid. If it's just another new sigil line, it is going to be yet another underwhelming experience in my opinion. A possible sub damage 5+ source. Is this raid finally a source of the ever elusive sub damage 5+? Since until now I don't have one. If it is, that will tremendously help our current builds, especially after seeing the latest Lucilius fight. So moving on to the next one, since we know that Cygames is willing to release the hardest versions of the current bosses in the game, they may apply the same treatment to Proto Bahamut or even release the variants of Pieta or Pieta, if you will, known as the Automa Gods. I'm not an expert in GBF universe, and I know that there are a lot of speculations going on about whose bosses are we going to be facing next. Moving on to the next topic, which is the longevity of the game. We all know that we've reached pretty much the end of the line for Relink as of the moment. However, I believe that there's an expansion waiting for us hopefully at the end of the line. Call me crazy, but seeing Relink's success, Cygames can definitely change the original plans for this game. While on the flip side, some people stated that if we will be only be getting the brand new Lucilius fight alone, they will be putting this game on the shelf for good, which I can blame them. Cygames already plans free game updates, and I think it is really commendable on their part. Don't forget that we will also be having a major stream for Relink on April 25th, so there could be hope still. Now I want to know your thoughts on this. What do you think about the latest Lucilius fight? Have you already moved on from this game, or are you still waiting for a possible content just like me? Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.